How's it going, Damiano? Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Joseph, congratulations for the series. I love it very much.
Oh, thank you.
My first question is, Mr. Corman is a perfect series for 30s people. How did you try to stage our broken dreams?
Well, as I've arrived in adulthood, I started writing this story just by writing down a lot of things that I'm grateful for. I have so much to be grateful for. I have a partner that I love, and we have our kids, and I have two great parents, and I get to do work that's meaningful to me, and I'm healthy and safe. And I think a lot of that comes down to luck. Yeah, I've worked hard, but a lot of people work hard, and I think I've also had a lot of lucky breaks. And with Mr. Corman, I just sort of started changing a few of those things. You don't get to pick your parents, for example. So what if I didn't have two wonderful parents? What if I had one great parent and one who was suffering through addiction? How would that cascade throughout this character's life? And so kind of in just changing a few things like that, I made a character that's in many ways similar to me, but is also a little bit different.
From Don John to Mr. Corman, how much have you changed as an author?
Well, Don John was the very first thing I'd ever directed, first feature film. And I think I've become more collaborative as I've gotten older. When I did my first thing, I was just so dead set on having control because I'd spent my whole life acting. And when you're acting, you don't have any control. You're putting yourself in the hands of a director. And now that I'm older and now that I did my first one already, I think I was more open and excited to collaborate. And even though I directed and wrote on this series, I also worked with another director and I worked with four other great writers. And so this was a really highly collaborative effort.
How did you work with Apple and A24?
Apple has been such a great home. I really think that Apple is artist forward. They're not a company that kind of panders to the market research. They make an investment in an individual's voice and they support it. And that's been such a wonderful place to be. I'm really delighted with them as partners.
Do you also imagine a meteorite when things go wrong for you?
Yeah. So Josh's feelings of anxiety in the show because he isn't happy 100% of the time. And I'm also not happy 100% of the time, as much as I want to be and as much as I think I ought to be. Sometimes my brain goes to dark places and I can't seem to stop it. The meteor that you're describing is something that comes from someone else who's close to me, who experiences anxiety similar to the character. And when they told me about that story of this fear, this imagined meteor that they would see over and over again, that felt like a perfect cinematic way to tell a story visually and evoke that feeling without needing any words.
Thank you so much for your time, Joseph. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Great talking to you.
Bye. Bye.